Good morning, dear students. Myself, Seven Lobo, and now I am going to take a revision of Chapter 12 Electricity and Circuits. That is, revision for half yearly exam. Topics covered are electricity and introduction, electric cell, electric current, electric bulb, electric connection, electric circuit, electric switch, and last, conductors and insulators. And introduction. Children, imagine on a hot summer night electricity fails in your house. So what will happen? You will be left perspiring, means in sweat, in darkness. So what you will do, children? You will reach out for a candle or a torch for light, because this source of light remove darkness but cannot run a fan. So you need a fan or any other electric device. Electricity used in homes and offices. Children, we know that electricity is being used in our homes, offices and factories. So in this picture we can see that a girl is using computer in a house, and computers are also used in offices. So we can see that office staff also using computers, and air conditioners are also used in homes, offices and factories. So all these are the various electrical appliances that we need in our day-to-day life. Children, now I am going to explain you that how electricity is used in a house. When it is dark, we illuminate, means a flash of lightning that brighten the house or the surrounding. So we can brighten a house by switching on light bulb run by electricity. Thus, electricity lights our homes, offices, roads, factories, etc. So, electricity is needed everywhere. Electric energy is converted into light energy through the medium of electric bulb or tube lights. So, in this picture, we can see that in a house we need light. So, it is in the form of tube light. At night time, we need night lamp, and other is bulb. Bulb produce both light and heat energy. Now I am going to explain you about electricity for the supply of water to water tanks. As you know that we use electricity to operate pumps that lift water from well to overhead tanks. So in this picture we can see that there is a motor pump. It carries water from wells to the tanks. And we know that industry also need electricity to run machines. Without electricity, they can't run machines. We operate pump that lift water from wells or from ground to the rooftop. So in this picture we can see that a motor is carrying water from underground well to the top roof tank. Here we are going to list some other uses of electricity in our daily life. There are many devices that work on electricity. Television, refrigerator, fans, bulb, washing machine, vacuum cleaner, tube well, motor pumps and so on. So in this picture we are going to see some household appliances. Dishwasher is used to wash utensils, washing machine to wash clothes, oven to cook food, refrigerator to freeze all the frozen items, blender, that is mixer, toaster to toast bread, kettle for hot tea, iron to press iron clothes, vacuum cleaner to clean a house, microwave to cook food, mixer to blend coffee, electric fan, lamp, pressure cooker to cook food, coffee machine to prepare coffee, and television to watch TV. The devices which run by electricity is called electric appliances. Electricity generated by power stations. Electricity is generated in power stations and brought to our houses by wires. So in this picture we can see that there is a power station, and through this power station the electricity is being brought to our houses through wires. However, the electricity may fail at some places. So in such situation we can use a torch, and it provides us light. The electric torch also works on electricity, but the electricity is not generated by power. In this torch, there is an electric cell through which the light is produced from the torch. Activity 1. Children, let us further examine how electric torch works. So in this picture, we can see there is electric torch and we have to switch it on by pressing the button. So children, what will happen when you switch it on? The torch bulb glows and produce lights. Now touch the front glass of the torch. What you will feel? You will feel that it is warm. So when the torch is switched on, it gives us heat and light. And when we turn off the switch of the torch, the bulb stops glowing. Power supply station. Children, as you know that life without electricity is difficult to imagine. Electricity is one of the most useful form of energy and it makes our life comfortable. So in this picture we can see that there is a grid supply and it is supplying power to inverter, battery bank and to the house appliances. It is easily convertible to other form of energy. And in this picture we can see that the power is flowing through the cables which make it easy to transport the electricity to our house appliances. Electricity is used to power many devices which makes our work easier. So in this picture we can see that electricity is the most useful form of energy and electricity is being produced from power station to the different house appliances, that is washing machine, bulb, refrigerator, TV, mixer, vacuum cleaner and iron machine. All these appliances produce light and heat. In this picture we can see that electricity is supplied to different parts of cities by this power station. Now I am going to explain you about the uses of electricity in daily life. As many of us relish or like to eat chutney. So in this picture we can see that a lady is grinding chutney on the grinding stone and requires a lot of physical effort, but nowadays it can be grinded easily in a mixer run by electricity, and thus electricity helps to reduce our physical work and time consumption. Most of our home appliances run on electricity, such as mixer grinder, vacuum cleaner, washing machine, etc. So in this picture we can see that we use washing machine to wash clothes. A person is using a vacuum cleaner to clean the floor, and many machines like cranes also run on electrical energy. And this electronic crane is also working on electricity. In cold weather we prefer warm water for bath, and these geysers are used to heat the water for bath. We wear iron clothes. So this is a press which is used to iron the clothes, and nowadays there is a steamed iron hand held press which is used to press clothes, and it is easy to press the clothes. And all these appliances such as geysers, iron press runs on electricity, and thus electricity is used to produce heat. Children, now I am going to explain you about electric cell. The first cell was invented by Alessandro Volta in 1800 AD, and he named it the Voltaic pile. And this cell was further modified to dry cell by the French scientist, that is Georges Leclanché, in 1866. Electric cell. Nowadays electricity is an integral part of our life. Children, but what happens when electricity fails? Is there any alternative to electricity? Yes. Electric cell. There are some appliances which do not require high electric current and can work by using other alternative source. So what are these alternative source? This alternative source of electric current are electric cells, and it is cylindrical in shape. It has a metal cap with positive terminal and a negative terminal with metal disc. Now I am going to explain you about electric cell used in various devices. An electric cell is also known as a battery and is a device used to change chemical energy into electricity. So in this cell there is a chemical which change the chemical energy into electricity. It is used to power small appliances like torches, transistor, calculator, remote devices, etc. An electric cell is usually cylindrical in shape and it has a metal cap with positive terminal and a metal disc on the other side. Components of dry cell. The most commonly used cell is dry cell. It is named dry cell, but it is actually not a dry cell. In this picture we can see that it contains a chemical paste called electrolyte and it is a cylindrical container made of zinc. In the middle of the cell is a carbon rod. So children, you can see in this picture that in the middle there is a carbon rod. It consists of two terminals, that is positive terminal and negative terminal. A metal cap on the carbon rod acts as a positive terminal and you can see that there is a plus sign on it. In this picture you can see zinc base act as the negative terminal of the cell and there is a minus sign on it. So children, when a cell is connected to a device, it causes electric current to flow and the current flows from positive terminal to the negative terminal through external circuit. In size, it is made of lithium. It's almost a size of a button. They are used in small electronic devices like mobile phones, calculators, wristwatch and hearing aids. Some of them can be thrown away after using them once. So some cells can be thrown away, whereas other cells can be charged again and we can use the cells. Solar cell. Solar cell are rechargeable cells. So in this picture you can see that there are two solar cells and they form a solar panel and they convert solar energy into electrical energy. It means solar cells are used for street lights. Many solar cells form a solar panel. These cells provide electrical power to the satellites. So in this picture we can see that solar panel is providing light to the satellites. And solar cells are used in man-made satellites which are sent to the outer space. In this picture we can see a structure that converts solar energy directly into DC, means direct current, to electric energy. Solar cells are also used in solar panels that produce electricity. So we can see that these are the solar panels and it is producing electricity because of sunlight. And these solar panels are used the places where there is no electricity. They also give power to street lights and water pumps in remote areas where there is no electricity. So in this picture we can see that the electricity is being generated from grid supply to the house appliances and also from the solar panel to the house appliances. Car battery. In this picture you can see that there is a car battery and it has 6 identical cells and it is more powerful than a dry cell. The car battery is used in car and it is big in size and heavy. It normally has 6 cells inside it. It can apply more electricity than a dry cell. The small cell used in mobile phones are also recharged using these batteries. So in this picture we can see that a person is charging the car batteries. Note: battery and cells are not the same thing because batteries are a number of identical cells connected in a series to form a battery. Amazing fact: in this picture we can see that there is an electric eel and it carries powerful electric current which can give shock to anybody who touches them. So in this picture we can see that electric eel is producing a red color and it shows a duration of high voltage. The electric eel of the Amazon can kill a man by its electric shock. Some other creatures such as Nile catfish can give weaker shocks which can help them to protect from the enemies. How does an electric cell work? So in this picture we can see that a cell generates electric current that lights a bulb. So in this cell there is a chemical energy stored in it and it is converted into electric energy and bulb glows. For example, when a torch containing a cell or a battery is switched on, what happens? The chemical reaction starts in the electrolyte of the cell and it generates an electric current and then the lighting of the bulb in the torch. So in this picture we can see that there is a battery, switch and bulb. So when we switch on the switch, what happens? The bulb glows. Note: over a period of time, the chemical energy is totally used up. So in this picture we can see that the chemical energy is totally used up in the cell and the current stops to flow and the cell is said to be dead. Do not connect the terminals of the cell directly. We should not connect negative terminal directly to the positive terminal without any electric device like bulb. What will happen? The circuit will blast. If that is done, the complete chemical energy of the cell will soon be dissipated in the form of heat. So it will burst in the form of heat. Activity 2. Aim making an electric cell. Material required are lemon, zinc nail, copper nail and copper wire. Procedure. In this picture we can see that a boy is having a zinc nail and a copper nail. So what he will do? First he will peel off the end of two copper wires. So in this picture you can see that he has peeled off the two end of the wires. Then he will tightly coil one end of the piece of the wire around a zinc strip. In this picture you can see that a boy wind one end of the other wire around a copper nail. Then you have to stick the zinc strip and the copper nail into the lemon. Then touch both the ends of the wires lightly with your tongue. So do you feel tingling sensation? Yes. And you have prepared an simple electric cell. In this picture you can see electric current is generated due to the chemical reaction of copper and zinc with acid in the lemon. And lemon juice acts as an electrolyte. And because of it, it is capable of generating electricity. You can test the working of this arrangement. For that, we need to connect a bulb between the two ends of the wires and then darken the room. You will find that the bulb glows. Electric current. Electric current is defined as the flow of electrical charge through the conductors. In this picture we can see the negative charge or the electron that flow through a conducting wire. So you can see that there is a metal wire and the current is flowing through it and is also known as electrical charge. So now we will see the flow of current. The electric current flows from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. All of us are aware that torch lights up when it is switched on. In activity 2, we made the bulb glow. So what makes the bulb glow in the activity? It is something which was flowing through the wire connections. And that something which is possessing energy is able to produce both light and heat. In this picture we can see that the energy which flows through the electrical wire or connection is called electric current. Here we can see the flow of electrons, that is from negative terminal to the positive terminal, and then we can see the direction of flow of current from positive terminal to the negative terminal. It is considered that the flow is always from positive terminal towards the negative terminal, and this is known as the conventional flow of current. In this picture we can see the electric current flows from the end of the cell marked with the plus sign, that is positive terminal, through the metal wires and to the end marked with the minus sign called the negative terminal. An electric current has an electrical energy. So this current is transferred energy from the cell to the bulb, and this electric energy get converted into light and heat energy, and when the current flows through an electric bulb, the bulb glows. Children, now I am going to explain you about electric bulb. In this picture you can see an electric bulb, and it is made up of very thin fine quality glass. Down you can see there is a metal base, and the bulb is fixed on the metal base. Then you can see a very thin wire inside the bulb. This wire is made up of tungsten and is called the filament of the bulb. So on passing electricity, the filament heats up and glows to give light. In this picture you can see that the property of tungsten ensures that when the filament gets white hot, it does not melt. And this tungsten wire is twisted in a form of tight coil. As this wire is thin, it is long and heavy, and you can see that it is supported by two thick and strong wires, and this you can see that the wire is red in color and is called supporting wires. Children, in this picture you can see that one of this thick wire is connected to the metal case at the base of the bulb, whereas the other is connected to the metal tip at the center of the base, and this forms the two terminals of the bulb. You can see these terminals do not touch each other, as the space between them is filled with a sealing wax. Now take a look at this picture. You will notice that the filament is broken. So children, will this bulb glow? No, it will not glow, because the path for the current to flow is not complete. It means the bulb has blown fuse. Only an inert filament heats to provide light. It means if the bulb is not damaged, then only the bulb will heat up and it will glow. Electric circuit. In this picture you can see that for the flow of electric current there should be a complete pathway, and this is called an electric circuit. You can see that in this electric circuit the current is said to flow from positive terminal to the negative terminal of the cell. So let us perform an activity to know what happens in a circuit. Now I am going to explain you about open circuit and closed circuit. In closed circuit you can see it is a complete circuit with no break in between, and this is called complete circuit. So you can see the current is flowing continuously in the circuit and the bulb glows. Whereas in open circuit it has a break in its connection, so it is called open circuit. So you can see the switch is open and the current is not flowing and the bulb does not glow. Children, now I am going to explain you the difference between open and closed circuit. Open circuit. A circuit which has a break in its connection is called open circuit. Whereas in closed circuit, a circuit with no break in between is called closed circuit. In open circuit, current will not pass through it, whereas in closed circuit, current will pass through it. Open circuit, it is called an incomplete circuit, whereas closed circuit is called a complete circuit. Circuit diagram of open and closed circuit. Now we will see about open circuit. In this picture we can see that current flow from positive terminal to the negative terminal, but here the switch is open, so the bulb does not glow. Whereas in closed circuit, the current flow from positive terminal to the negative terminal and the switch is closed, so we can see that the bulb glows. Electric switch. Children, you might have seen that in a house there is a switch to put the fan on and off. So now we will see that in every electric device there is an arrangement for switching the device on and off, and this on and off can be done through a switch. It is achieved by introducing an electric switch into circuit. A switch controls the flow of electricity in a circuit. So switch helps us to control the flow of electricity, so we can put the switch on and off. In electrical circuit, a switch is also sometimes referred as a key. So in this picture we can see that when the switch is on, the bulb glows, and when the switch is off, the bulb does not glow. Electric switch. When a switch is on, the passage of the electricity starts. Means in a circuit, when the switch is down, the electricity will pass through it and the bulb will glow. And when the switch is off, the passage of electricity stops. So in this picture you can see the switch is open, so the current does not flow and the bulb does not glow. Electric switches used in houses. In this picture we can see that a boy is using an electric switch to switch off the bulb, tube light or fan. It is also a necessary device used in electrical appliances for the proper functioning. Children, now I am going to explain about conductors. Materials which allow electric current to pass through them are called conductors of electricity. It means copper, aluminum, steel, these all are conductors and they allow electric current to pass through them to a circuit. Insulators. Materials which do not allow electric current to pass through them are called insulators. So in this picture we can see that plastic, rubber, glass, all these are insulators and it does not allow electric current to pass through them. For example, if we connect one end of a good conductor of electricity, for example copper, to one terminal of the battery and the other end of the electric circuit, so what will happen? The electricity will flow along the conductor. Air is an insulator. Consider a closed electric circuit with a bulb. So in this picture we can see that there is a closed circuit. Now we have to remove an electric wire from the circuit. So does the bulb glow? No, it will not glow because the circuit is open and there is only air between the connections. If air would have been a conductor, it would have provided a continuous path for the electricity to flow. So this shows that air is an insulator because the current is not flowing to the bulb. Human body is a conductor and it is a good conductor of electricity. The reason is why we experience an electric shock when we touch current carrying conductors. We get electric shock because our body is a conductor. So to save themselves from accidental shock, electricians wear plastic gloves, shoes while repairing the electrical connections. There are tools such as screw, drivers, testers, pliers, etc. also have plastic cover handle. Thank you dear students, and your revision for chapter to where electricity and circuit is complete. And best of luck for your exams.